What is going on, guys? We are back with another video on the Madden 24 player ratings. Today we're going to be looking at what I think are the top 10 most overpowered rookies for the game. There are a lot of good rookies this year. It seems like the in general overall for rookies is higher than normal. It's a lot less sleepers, which, speaking of, will be tomorrow. Top 10 sleeper video for rookies will be up tomorrow with a rebuild, more than likely. We'll have a minus franchise video a little bit later today, so the content be flowing a little bit. But of course, we're going to be starting with number 10. I try to put as many different positions on the list as I could, but at the same time, there are just some positions, some players that can't be ignored. And the first one is actually a lineman. I will say the only offensive lineman on this list, is most of the linemen are actually kind of rated a little lowly. I think the next highest might be like a 74, 75. But Paris Johnson is a very solid offensive lineman coming into the game at a 77 overall, 72 speed, 80 excel, 89 strength. Obviously, if you needed a guard, you could put him there. He's got the athleticism for it, and he's just a solid player. Look at his base blocking, 79 for run block and pass block, which is just really good for a rookie. Injury, stamina, toughness is perfect. But look at these ratings. 84 impact, which is great. Could play that guard spot like we talked about. I don't know where lead block is, but 76 run block power, 82 run block finesse, 76 pass block power, and then 82 pass block finesse. That is probably up there in the top 15 range for tackles, with an 88 run lead block, which once again could play guard, or if you're playing tackling, and obviously they can kind of get out there if you want. But overall, I would actually love to see where this ranks compared to linemen, because 72 for finesse blocking is actually pretty good. He's on the third page for tackles with pass block finesse, and obviously all those guys you can see there were not the best at run block finesse. As you can see here, he is on the third page for both of those ratings, and you look at some of the guys that are on this list, there's some pretty good players here. You know, Andrew Thomas, Orlando Brown, Terrence Steele. There's some pretty good players here. Ryan Ramczyk, Wirf, Slater, O'Neal, they're not too far, away from him. It's not bad, obviously, at all for our 10th rookie. And then we have a guy that is just really good as well, Jamir Gibbs, for my rival team, the Detroit Lions. 94 speed, 93 excel is really, really good for speed. 92 agility. Blocking's a little iffy, but who gives a damn about blocking for your running back? Trucking at 73, you could definitely develop that. It's not like it's unusably bad. Stiff arm, same deal. Juke move, though, 84 juke move, 89 change of direction, and just that 74 or 77 overall, which is just insane. These abilities for running backs, it's not bad, especially 68 short run. That's probably in the top 10-ish, which as a rookie is not bad at all. But could have put A-Chain on the list, but he's just a little bit less polished than Gibbs. So I feel like if Gibbs is at number 9, A-Chain just can't make the list. And then we have this year's much better version of Kalen Barnes. I guess let's clear this out a little bit so we know who we're looking at. DJ Turner, a little bit on the shorter side, obviously, but 97 speed, 98 excel for a cornerback, which is just... how do you beat him? Speed is king in the game, and how do you beat him? Honestly, 69 catching. I would not feel comfortable throwing against a corner that's 97 speed, 98 excel, 93 change of direction on top of it. Man coverage of 72 is usable, obviously. 66 zone is a little bit lesser, but it's still good. But 66 press is okay. Hit power, he's like a slot-type corner, but with that speed, you could probably get away with him being your boundary. That is unbelievably fast. We kind of knew DJ Turner would be, but this year's group of corners are very good rookies. Which brings me on to the 6'1", kind of 6'2" Deontay Banks. Either way, 76 overall at number 7 on our list. 94 speed, 97 excel. Catching a 59 is a little bit low, but it's okay because he's got that speed. 96 jumping. Change direction at 91 is great. Man coverage at 74, zone at 69, pursuit at 73, 69 hit power is okay. You might be able to force a fumble or two with that. Just a very good corner. The speed that comes off of this dude is insane. The height is there. He's just a little bit higher than Turner just because he does have that height, just because he does have the overall. He's a little more polished in general, but very, very good. Now on the list, we have Trenton Simpson. I was going to have Papoe even on this list, but I call them Papoe. Papo, I was going to have him on this list, but a 66 overall is just, it's a little rough, right? It's a little rough. Trenton Simpson, he's 6'3" as well, a little bit taller. 91 speed, 95 excel. I believe his change direction is usable at 79. He's very, like, close to Isaiah Simmons, just a little bit slower, right? A little bit slower, a little bit worse change direction, but he's this year's Simmons, if you will. Great zone coverage at 68. Block shed at 73 is solid. 69 finesse move if you want to actually pass rush with him. You can kind of just use him where the hell you want him to. 89 hit power. I mean, you could argue him being higher on the list than 6, but there's some really nice players coming up as well. This is a very good rookie, though. Trenton Simpson is him. And then, believe it or not, all the way at number 5 is, I believe, this year's highest-rated rookie at 81 overall, Bijan Robinson. 91 speed, 92 excel. I already talked about it in yesterday's video of, kind of reacting to the ratings. I feel like he's a little bit too fast. I probably would have dropped him 1 point from each. But obviously, they didn't, and he is a very all-around beastly running back. 81 strength is solid. 70 catching is great. Obviously, you could see that trucking at 83, and then change direction 91, 86 ball carrier vision, 82 stiff, 79 spin, 86 juke move. I mean, he is just such an all-around beast. He had to be on the list, obviously, but number 5, you could argue, maybe too low, but the reason why he's this low is because it is a running back. There's a lot of really good running backs, especially this year. Once again, we don't know how the game's going to fully play, but speed has been the key for every freaking position pretty much across the board for years. So you could argue that maybe A-Chain, maybe Gibbs, maybe these faster guys are better than him because of that, which, if that's the case, that'd be pretty disappointing, but he is obviously a freak, and he comes in at number 5. And all the way at number 4 is Anthony Richardson. Previous years, I think we had Malik Willis, where I had him at number 1, and Anthony Richardson makes Malik Willis look really not good at all. But Anthony Richardson, 91 speed, 92 excel, 95 throw power, with a 6'4", 245-pound frame. This is literally like Cam Newton on crack. Although I believe Cam Newton's rookie year, his ratings were very good out the gate. But obviously Anthony Richardson is a must-use player, super sought after, I would imagine. 93 jumping, very high potential guy. He's got juke ability, and obviously he's just fast as hell. The passing ratings are a little low. 76 short, 75 medium, 76 deep, 86 player actions, amazing. That doesn't really matter too much in the game, to be honest. And then 72 throw on the run. It's going to take a little while to develop him, but obviously, with the speed and the throw power, I mean, the base is there, and he's obviously super young. I believe he's, 21, if I'm not mistaken? Either way, super young, and comes in at number 4. Most years, he probably would have come in higher, but some of these defenders we got coming up here are pretty hard to argue with. And you might call me crazy, but Nolan Smith, only at number 3, the 6'2", 238-pound defensive end. Maybe you play him in coverage player. 93 speed, 95 excel, 87 agility. The catching at 50 is a disappointment, but you can't be perfect at everything. Injury's a little bit of a concern, but 81 change direction. This is your Isaiah Simmons, if you want to talk about anyone being Isaiah Simmons. But of course, coverage, a little lackluster, we will admit. 71 finesse is a little, it's okay. 66 block shed. You do get the option of what you want to do with him. I really don't know if I was running an Eagles franchise what I would do with him. I think with the pass rush talent the team has, I probably would put him in coverage. I'd probably have him as my user. It's tough to keep him as a pass rusher when you could just literally user one of the fastest, best change direction players in the game, which is why he comes in at number 3. As an edge rusher, yeah, he's still pretty decent. As a coverage guy, freak. And then at number 2, we have Will Anderson. Maybe after the combine, some arguments that maybe he would have been like 85 speed, but he comes in at 87 speed, 90 excel, 78 overall. The freak that Houston double dipped to grab, and I mean, he's this high on our list for a reason. He is very good. 77 finesse, 75 block shed, 73 power move. You can kind of develop him into whatever you want. You want to make him a power guy? Sure. Want to continue him as a finesse? Obviously, go for it. 88 hit power on top of it, 6'4", just a really high overall rookie, 78 overall. I don't know what the devs are going to be. If I were to predict, Paris Johnson, superstar, Jamir Gibbs, star, Turner, maybe normal, Deontay Banks, at least star, Trenton Simpson, I'd actually guess star. Bijan, X Factor. Richardson, star. Nolan Smith, star. Anderson, superstar. And then our final player, as you could have probably guessed, likely superstar Jalen Carter. 79 overall, the defensive tackle position. 81 speed. 88 excel. 94 strength. This is a monster. This is a beast. Stamina's a little iffy, but he is a big DT. Injuries to toughness is great. What was that tackle rating? Was that there? 82 tackle. Of course, we're going to be looking at 88 impact, which is crazy. 79 block shed, 79 power move, 83 pursuit. He's just insane. 87 hit power. I mean, once again, going to at least be a superstar. You could even see him as an X Factor. The only way he wouldn't be at least a superstar is because of, quote-unquote, the off-field stuff. And EA tries to limit themselves and, distance themselves from that kind of stuff all the time. DeAndre Hopkins being star dev. It just happens, right? Deshaun Watson being star dev. It just the way it goes. But I don't think that'll be the case here with Jalen Carter. I think he will be a superstar plus. And obviously, he comes in at number 1 because of not only how good he is, but the position he plays as well. If he was a running back with insane ratings, like comparatively to the rest of the positions, it's a running back, right? It's very common. But DT being this good as a rookie is hard to get. Let me know what you guys thought of the list. If there was a player I completely missed out on, like I said, guys like 8Chain, very fast, but I think he's not as good as Gibbs in the game. So number 9, I think makes sense for Gibbs to be there. Maybe you think Turner shouldn't even be on the list at number 8. Maybe Jacorian Bennett is better to you. Another really fast guy that could have made the list because he's like tall, 96 speed, I believe, in the game at corner. But I think this is the list that I can get behind and I really like. Papel maybe could have made the list, even though he's low overall. He is very fast as well. Maybe could have made it in number 10 instead of Paris Johnson. Maybe there's a better lineman you like. I was thinking about Quentin Johnston, but a little bit slow, even though he's big. Very good at catching, though. But I just think that this is the list. The wide receivers really didn't look too overpowered, in my opinion. So this was going to be the guys that I stuck with. Could have maybe slapped a wide receiver in there, like at the low end. But, I don't really think there was one good enough to take over any of these players. I like this list, and I think these guys are insane. One of the higher-rated rookie classes we've seen in recent Madden history. Some very good players. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, really appreciate continued support on the channel. Like I said, Miners video later today. Miners franchise on Madden 23. I got to be a little more clear about that, I think. And then tomorrow will be a top 10 sleepers, rookie sleepers, with a rebuild most likely. So there's that. If you guys have any suggestions for other ratings videos you'd like to see, let me know in the comment section below. I am always looking for, if there's a good idea, I'll use it. If there's player ratings that you think are wrong and you're like, oh, I can't believe this guy's this guy, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you want me to react to a specific player, I can be like, oh, yeah, this is what I think about him, So I'll be in there. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, also maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. See ya!